What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the underside of my son's mobile home. This water line here froze. There used to be, it used to sit up here on this to keep it off of the ground. If you've ever been camping, you know to keep yourself off the ground if you want to keep yourself warm. And works the same way with the water pipe. Keep it off the ground, it'll keep warm. It must have blown over or something. And anyway, right inside of here, split wide open. You remember that pocket knife I tell you guys to always carry? And check this out, because of that blade shape, look at this. I can go right in between those wires without worrying about cutting them. That explains why that old one didn't work anymore. Both of those are warm. That's a good thing. The plug got jiggled down there. I think in all that wind and everything, you see that little light down there? That's the heat tape working. I think that when we got all that wind and everything, between blowing this over and whatnot, it messed with the plug on the heat tape. So, right there, I hope you guys can see that. I'm going to bring it closer so you can. That's what happens when copper pipes freeze. I'm going to show you how to fix it. And it's not hard at all. You just need pipe cutters. These are those quick fittings I was talking about, Shark Bites. I think that might be a brand name. These are just the ones that I picked up. And a piece of sandpaper. And always carry your pocket knife. And always put it back in your pocket so you don't leave it somewhere when you're done using it. I might come back down here. Well, I'm going to have to come back down here and put some new tape around this because I forgot to bring some tape with me, of course. But, check this out. To use one of these, you open it up wide enough to go around the pipe. Yeah. And then, you just get it snug and go around it. You'll see it draw a line on there. Couple times, snug it down a little bit more. Couple times. Make sure the water's turned off. I would have got a face full of water if I hadn't shut the water off, but it was an emergency situation late last night, so I army crawled underneath here and stuck my hand down in the crock where the main valve is and shut it off at the main valve. Make sure you shut off your water before you do this. A couple times, tighten it. Go around a couple of times, tighten it. You don't have to tighten it much, just a little bit. This is one of those things that you're better off just going a little bit slow. If you go too fast, you'll just smash your pipe and then create more work for yourself. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Round a couple of times and tighten. Around a couple of times, tighten. Almost there already. You'll feel it. Yep, it just let loose. Now, if you're working with PEX, that's what these are for. These will stiffen the inside of the water. You stick it in there before you put the fitting on to stiffen up the line. We're working with copper. We don't need those. Put them back in the bag and set them out here so we don't leave our junk laying around. That's what we're going to do with these little pieces of tape too, is toss them out there. And our little piece of copper. Save your copper, man. This stuff's going to be valuable in the future. It's already like $4 or $5 a pound, I think. Save your copper. I got a bucket at home. I also saved my copper pennies. I think we talked about that before. This is way too much sandpaper for the job even. So I'm going to take what I need, put the rest out there so it gets cleaned up. And then we're just going to clean the end of this pipe. It doesn't have to be perfect or immaculate or anything. You just want to make sure that there's no burrs on the end of it around here, which there shouldn't be if you cut it properly. It might be a little sharp on the end. Don't put your finger over the end and twist, because it'll cut a hole in your finger. Most likely. Unless you got like hands of steel. So the fitting, when it goes on there, see how far it goes? I cleaned back a little bit past that. That's cool. That's perfect. You only really need to clean where this connects, but if you clean back a little bit farther, you'll be all set. Then you don't even have to worry about it. We're going to do the same thing to this one. Remember what I said about taking things apart and putting them back together again? This is just one of those things. See? That was all we needed that sandpaper for. Stick that out there. Oh, we're done with these. I'm going to put those out there. Give that a quick wipe. I'll use my sleeve because I don't have a rag. And what are sleeves for if not blowing your nose? So the nice thing about these too, if I was going to solder this, I would have to line these up and get it all plumbed together before I could sweat the pipes. And because it has to be at the right angle, once you solder it there, it's stuck there. Like, you're not moving it anywhere unless you got a real long pipe and you can bend the pipe a little bit, but that's dangerous business. These things, just gonna push it on there. Yep, I heard it snap. I'm gonna give it a little tug to make sure. Check it out. That thing is on there. And it swivels, so I don't have to line everything up first. I don't have to worry about making sure it's at a perfect 90 or anything like that, or perfectly horizontal with the other one. So now I'm just going to slide this one in. Did you hear that? Look at that. Just like that, the water line is fixed. You guys can do this stuff, I promise. It's just a couple of tools, and I think you can probably get one of those little pipe cutters. You can probably get one of those dirt cheap on Amazon, or if you keep your eyes open at garage sales and stuff. I'm gonna go grab that roll of duct tape out of the house, because if you can't fix it with duct tape or zip ties, it's probably not broken. And I'm going to tape this up. Stick a little more insulation on there first and then tape it up. But I suppose I should go turn on the water and make sure it doesn't leak first. Not looking forward to that. But if I have a leak, you'll see more in this video. If I don't have a leak, then you guys, no news is good news. And I love you all, and please hit the subscribe and like button. There's my shameless plug, and have a good day.